Everybody knows English. Okay. So that you have been awarded the chance to take Sikhan initiation is a great honor, and it's a great privilege. Because the qualification, Srila Prabhupada told us, for taking second initiation is steadiness. And the test for your steadiness is to perform Sankirtan, particularly book distribution, any kind of direct preaching, because that forces us to face every conceivable kind of opposition and challenge and difficulty, all the things that make us unstable in this world. Yam hina vyatayantyete purusham purusharshapha samadukha sukham dhiram somridatvaya kalpate. Krishna says early on in the Bhagavad-gita that when someone is stable despite all kinds of difficulties, and he's cultivated transcendental knowledge, that person is suitable for liberation. And liberation is another term for Brahmatva, Brahminical status. You have to be liberated. And liberation means, in this sense, to understand that I'm not this material body. I'm an eternal spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. And that's not an easy thing to do. Brahmabhuta prasannat manashochati nakangshiti samasarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. Krishna tells us in Bhagavad-gita that we really only come to the stage of transcendental bhakti once we're already liberated. And Srimad-Bhagavatam also tells us the same thing. Nirnamat saranam satam. Somebody who is, actually it's for the Paramahamsas, Srimad-Bhagavatam, but at least one has to be liberated to really understand Srimad-Bhagavatam. And that liberation is described, well, we can say, Janmana jayate shudra. Everybody is automatically born as a shudra. If you do nothing in the terms of samskaras or refinement, then you remain a shudra. But if you have undergone spiritual initiation of any sort, then you become twice born. Janmana jayate shudra samskaratu bhaved dvijaha. You become twice born. Veda parthat bhaved vipraha. You become a scholar or a pandit if you have studied the Shastras. But Brahma janati iti brahmanaha. The person who has actually understood his spiritual identity on the liberated platform, not only does he understand what spirit is as opposed to matter, but he only identifies with spirit. That person is liberated. And the test of that liberation is stability in service to the Supreme Lord and the spiritual master. Krishna gives us some guidelines in a couple of places. There are two very similar verses. First of all, in Bhagavad-gita chapter 18, text 42, which hopefully everyone here knows it already. Otherwise, you should not be sitting here with a garland around your neck. What is Bhagavad-gita chapter 18, text 42? Who wants to tell me? Raise your hand, please. Okay, what is it? Shamodamastapa shaucham kshantir arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavajam. Okay, so you've cleared your slate. So we have to have these qualities. Shama. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says Shama means internally peaceful. Not just externally, but peaceful in the mind. Your internal situation is peaceful. That's really Shama. Dhamma means Bahendriya Nigraha. You have also dominated your external senses. So you've dominated your emotions and your mind and your intellect, but you've also dominated your external senses. And tapa, Sridhar Swami says in his gloss of this verse, means alochanam. What does alochana mean? Introspection. It doesn't sound like the usual definition of tapa, does it? Usually tapasya means austerities, but he's hinting here, implying that the real austerity is to take a good look at yourself and who you are, who you've become, who you think you are, who you want to be. Alochana, introspection, critical thought. That's a sign of a Brahmin. He thinks. So, shamodamastapa shaucham, cleanliness means externally we have to know what are the standards of cleanliness. What to touch and what not to touch when. What time to rise in the morning, how to clean the external body, how to clean the internal body also. Because you're never going to get shamas until you have shocham. And you're never going to get dhammas until you have shocham. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Therefore, the Brahmins in particular are very keen on this point. They're always clean. Most of the time they're clean, in a clean state. So it's a very, very important thing. Very, very clean. Actually, once Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness means to have a clean bead bag. Anybody who doesn't have a clean bead bag should not be sitting here with a garland around the neck. Cleanliness is next to godliness. We don't notice that we're unclean until we take a bath, is it not? It's very true. So, shocham. And then the list diverges from that point. Shamodamastapa shaucham. In Bhagavatam we get santosha kshantir arjavam. So we'll begin with the elements that are common to the Gita. Kshanti means to be forgiving, or to be tolerant of something, to be able to forgive and forget. Holding grudges is not the sign of a Brahmana. And arjavam means to be simple, or to be, as we say, sarala siddha, straightforward, honest. Prabhupada translates it as. So kshantir arjavam, but there's an added issue that Krishna tells Uddhava in Bhagavad-gita, santosha, to be satisfied. That in itself is the test of whether you are actually shama and dhamma, if you're satisfied. And we've learned from the 8th canto what Vamanadev told Bali Maharaj, if you're not satisfied, then even you have the 3 worlds, you're still going to be upset. You're still going to be agitated in your mind. Satisfaction, santushti, it's a blessed qualification, because only a person who's satisfied can be happy all the time. It's not the satisfaction of a fool, because Bhagavatam says only 2 kinds of people are happy in this world. One is the self-realized person, and the other one is the fool. So it's not